So this is the first day of training for these 20 days of training before IOI. And yesterday there was this COI 2020 mirror on Codeforces. So as the name suggests, COI is a high school is a competition for high school students in Central Europe, and its total is 5 hours long, and like it's a usual IOI format. So it's 5 hours long with three problems, and the problems are usually hard. So in total I spent 4 hours and 18 minutes to finish all the problems. So that was how much time I spent today. So let's start with the problem. Let's go through the problem. So problem A was pretty standard, so I got it in 11 minutes. Yeah, it was the easiest problem of the round, and and I'm good at implementing fast. That's the only thing I'm good at. So I did it pretty fast. And then B and C start to become harder. So problem B. As you can see from the scoreboard, not a lot of people have solved problem B. And normally with like a problem this difficult, I wouldn't be able to solve it. But I happen to know the algorithm required to solve this problem. In fact, I like saw it 2 weeks ago. So yeah, the key to this problem is to modify the algorithm for checking if a set of segments on a plane have any intersections, and you just basically like have some simple modifications. Do it like apply some simple modifications, and then it'll work for problem B. And since it's a geometry problem, there were a bunch of corner cases. So as you can see, I had a lot of wrong submissions, but it only took 30 minutes for me to debug them. This geometry problem wasn't as bad as other geometry problems. The issue I had with my solution was dealing with vertical segments. With vertical segments, all sorts of weird things happened. And I was able to discover this because they had a subtask where all of the segments are vertical. And that's when I realized that. So it was pretty easy to identify vertical segments as the issue to my solution. So yeah, another reason I got lucky was because of the subtask with the vertical solution. And anyways, the last problem happened to be the hardest for me, even though it wasn't that hard according to the scoreboard. As you can see, a lot more people solved problem C. So problem C, basically it took 1 hour. I wrote a solution which was somewhat like it was somewhat close to the actual solution, but then there was still a huge step missing. And then I tried implementing it without actually thinking through that step which was missing, and that was what that was what caused me to cause my solution to fail. And then I ended up having to spend like 1 hour and 40 minutes to fix that part of the solution. And yeah, so despite spending such a long time on C, it's still a miracle that I was able to finish all three problems in the 5 hour duration of this contest. Oh, by the way, I took it virtually. So like I took it virtually, so I had much less pressure, and it was at a good time for me. Yesterday, it was when this contest actually happened. It was at I think it was at 7 to 12 or like 8 to 1 a.m. So I think tomorrow there's going to be day 2 of CEOI, and I think I'll just leave that to the day after tomorrow, and I'll probably just virtual it again. But this is my training for today, just one virtual contest. And I think, yeah, I got lucky. Okay, that's the end.